Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm Ashwati from Dashfrugal, and I'm here to talk to you on the topic how to onboard your users effectively via in-app product training. Now, before starting, I would like to tell you, in case if you want to stop me in between, please feel free to do so and ask for any clarifications or doubts if you have. So let us get started. First, let us look at what in-app training is. In-app training, as the name suggests, is a method of customer onboarding or a training method that usually takes place within your product or application. And it is considered as one of the most effective methods mainly because of two reasons. Firstly, it is the most customer engaging and interactive way of onboarding. And secondly, because it is mostly provided in a step-by-step manner, or the entire onboarding journey will be categorized into different sections so as to cater the needs of different specific users. Now here you can see an example which I have tried to quote from the Dashfrugal website. This is one of the tasks which is included in our onboarding journey, which I'll be explaining in detail after a couple of slides. Now, these are some of the other methods which are quietly being popularly being used by the SaaS firms and product-led firms. One of the most popular among them is onboarding emails, which is basically an email which is sent to which starts with a series of emails, and it is being sent to the customers as and when a new customer is being subscribed or someone logs into a new website. This basically includes a welcome message, or it can also include instructions so as to continue to the next steps, or information regarding how to set up your accounts, etc. Another popular method is video tutorials. That is basically a visual presentation of the software or how the product works. And similarly, tooltip product tools, which involves hints or pointers basically to hover over or a specific task, and you can see an information dialog box with regard to specifying what exactly the task does. And other methods are self-help documents, which are basically documents or articles which are being shared over the mails, and one-to-one teaching or demos, which is pretty much scheduling demos to different persons and personalizing demos to different users according to their user specific needs. These are examples of onboarding emails. Now here in the left email, you can see how the email is being created. It starts with a welcome message, then it offers for help. Similarly, here you can see they have provided a guide which will help the customers to set up their profiles or accounts. And this is an example of tooltip. Now let us move on to some of the important benefits of in-app training. The first and the most important benefit of in-app training is that it promotes and boosts user engagement, and it is also highly interactive. In this method, the user will have to actually go through the product, like they'll have to interact with the product in order to learn about it more, which will create a strong sense of relationship between the user and the product. Also, the customers have the option of learning things by themselves, or self onboarding as we may call. It will help the users to remember the things for a longer run. For example, if someone from the outside, or a third person is teaching a user regarding how to use a product, it might not stay with them for a longer run. But when we are doing or we are learning things by ourselves, there are chances that we are able to learn from it more, and we'll be able to recollect it for a longer period, which in turn adds the value and helps the users to achieve their values faster. Another important point is the greater amount of flexibility. That is, the users will be having a greater amount of flexibility while learning through in-app product training. because there's no such and such a prescribed method, like you will have to go through this at a specific point of time, or there is nobody is forcing you to use or complete the onboarding journey within a specified time frame. For example, if a user have completed about 30% in the first day as and when he is logged in, and he can also have the option of continuing the journey while coming back to the same 30% from the next day. So there is the greater amount of flexibility in the in-app training. Also, another important point is that it is accessible within the product. That is, unlike other traditional methods such as onboarding emails, there are chances that the users might not look into it, or they might purposefully ignore it. And in this method, there is no chance that the user is not going to notice it back, because as soon as when they log into the website, they'll be able to see the onboarding tool or the widget in the website itself. So it is pretty much easy to access while through their onboarding journey. And real-time support and co-browsing, also monitoring the customer journey, is yet another important benefits. Real-time support is something which in-app training specifically has. It allows the users to ask their doubts or clear clarifications within no time. There are inbuilt customized help messages or in the in-app messaging tool, and many times the customers might not want to describe the whole issue right from the start. So using the inbuilt help message, the user can ask for help within just a click away. And it also has the option for co-browsing, which ensures that the user as well as the support teams are on the same page. It actually allows the customer support teams to help and be there with the customers throughout their onboarding journey. As well as there are options for monitoring the customer's journey, like how far they have reached in their onboarding process, or how far they have been inactive, the number of days they have been inactive, and based on these, the customer support teams can help them accordingly. And cost cutting is one of the major benefits when taking the in-app training as an onboarding tool, as many of the software users are using different methods to increase their software feature adoption and improve their customer retention rate. But by using the in-app training, the users will be able to receive solutions for their problems as and when they are faced with it. And it is going to reduce the time which the users will have to wait for. Sometimes users will have to wait for the replies from the customer support teams. So in this case, in-app training eliminates such a situation, and it enables the users to get instant replies from the support teams. Now I would like to take you through Dashfrugal, and how I would like to show you how we are using our in-app training to onboard the users. I won't go into much of the details, like I won't explain the whole process. I would like to show you certain steps, certain important steps which are included in our in-app training. Yeah, so as soon as you log into the Dashfrugal website, here you will be able to see the dashboard, and on the top side down corner, you will be able to see the onboarding tool, which is basically categorized into 3 sections. And on the top area, you can see the overall progress, that is the percentage of the onboarding process a specific user have completed. While coming to the steps, the first step, for example, milestone creation, the step is further categorized into 6 sub steps. and while taking the first step, that is Dashfrugal Basic, it basically describes about the basic terms which is related to Dashfrugal. And here you can also see the Get Help option and example. The example tab is mostly shows the our main concept. And for every step, there are help options available. For example, add new milestone. Imagine that one of a user is stuck, or he requires help to proceed further in his onboarding journey. So what he can do is he can use this get help option. And when you click this get help option, there is an automatically help message will be generated here. It eliminates the user's as I said earlier, the user will not be able to express himself at some time, maybe at some time. So by making use of this customized help message, such a problem won't be there. And if the customer wants help, he can simply press the send button, and immediately the help message will be sent to one of our customer success agents. And similar to this portal, every CSM agents will be having a an exclusive portal wherein they'll be receiving this help messages. As you can see here, there is a new message from which I had requested from the Dashfrugal site. So here you can see the new message. By looking at the details itself, we can understand like at which point the customer is facing difficulties. So there is no need to ask the customer like where are you having issues. And here you can also see the details such as when was the customer last active, and the number of help requests sent, and the onboarding journey, which is the task that has been completed, as well as the pending tasks can be seen here. Similarly, each of the steps has the option of get help. And one of the other thing is that after completing each step, the user has to click this done icon. Then only the overall progress will be changed. Like here, if a customer is done with the 2 steps, they'll have to press the done button. Then only the overall percentage of the onboarding will be changed in the upper area. Also, you can see the reports such as the onboarding sessions that has been completed and the onboarding sessions which is currently going on, and other details such as the total milestones created or the total tasks and the CSM agents as etc. So coming back to the presentation, so we have seen how in-app training is one of the best method in order to engage and be interactive with the customers. And it is also a frictionless as well as user engaging method. It allows the users to self-explore things by themselves, which in turn is going to help the users to cater their needs, or they'll be able to attain their values faster. And to conclude, I would like to quote a line from Mr. Alfred Mercier, which is, with pleasure, we never forget. So I would suggest all the software users and software providers to incorporate in-app training as one of the important onboarding tools in their onboarding journey, so that the customers are able to realize their values faster and in a more convenient manner. So I would like to ask if there is any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Are there any questions? I hope there is no questions from anyone. Okay, in that case, I would like to conclude the presentation, and I would like to thank each and every one of you to find a time from, in spite of your busy schedules, to be a part of this presentation. Please feel free to reach to us, and thank you. Have a nice day.